Hello everyone, thank you for joining us here. My name is Shane Mitchum. I work in the pre-sales department here at C-Vision Technologies. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into particularly our optical character recognition settings using our PDF Compressor Professional 6.0 product. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open the product by double-clicking on the icon on the desktop. And what this is going to do is bring up our typical user interface. I have an input folder here. This input folder happens to contain 4 files, 2 of which are black and white, normal, I'd say business documents, and 2 are actually full color documents that are extracted from a Business Week magazine. So I'm going to actually just take this folder, drag and drop it into our documents to compress. It's going to pop up the set folder properties pop-up dialog box. Actually going to uncheck move failed input, select OK. Now one thing to always do when you're changing settings or you're looking for new settings is actually to revert to factory settings. So that's going to be the first thing I do, revert to factory defaults. One thing to keep in mind as I go through this, optical character recognition is a feature that is enabled via our license. So keep in mind you must be licensed to use OCR in order to retain the benefits of optical character recognition. So I'm going to click our recognition button here. First thing you'll see, I need to enable this checkbox. This turns on or off the recognition. Now you will see there are 4 modes: real-time, fast, accurate, and super accurate. I'd like to say anywhere between 90 and 95% of our clients stay with fast or accurate. Real-time mode is very fast and works on black and white image files that all have the same font types. Super accurate can be a bit overkill. You pay a price of anywhere upwards of 15% in speed, and on regular business documents there's not much that accurate does not pick up. So if you are processing things like large format drawings or maps, super accurate could definitely be handy, but you will pay a significant price in speed. To the right of that, you'll see the page range. You can actually define which pages you would like the OCR done on. So if your end result is some type of document library or indexing solution, and you know that all the terms that you need to find that document reside on the first page, you can certainly define that here. So right now the way it's set up, it would only OCR the first page. Next you'll see down here languages. We support 117 different languages. We also support Asian languages such as Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. That is a separate installation package. What you're seeing on my screen basically are the 5 default languages pre-selected: English, French, German, Italian, and Spanish. The other language packs are available for download at cvisiontech.com. We also allow you to define a custom dictionary. So should you have custom words, you can certainly define them and pass them to us in a text file, and we will use those while OCRing the document. You'll also see document orientation. We allow you to check the document for alternate orientation. So should your document be rotated, our OCR engine will read the rotated text and still give you an indexable output file. Moving on to the Advanced Analysis tab, you'll see additional recognition types. You must be licensed for these as well. It is a separate license from OCR. There is a separate license that you will need to install. ICR for handwriting and barcode recognition. Now barcode recognition, we currently only support 1D and 2D barcodes, and for ICR we're right on standard with the industry as far as recognition rates go there. Next you'll see recognition zones. This allows you to define specific regions of the document that you would like to OCR. So should you have an ID number that always resides in the top right of the document, and that's the only term you're looking to get on that document, so that way you can plug it into some type of indexing solution or attach it using a custom script to the metadata of that file, you can certainly do that here. You would simply insert a zone and define the location via the pixels here. Next, you'll see auto thresholding each image past the OCR engine. What that will actually do is it will convert that image to a black and white file when it's passed to our OCR engine. It will drop all the color out, all the images out. So that way we have pure textual information at OCR. It normally yields better accuracy results, but does take a little bit more time, and that is why it is off by default. The next setting is timeout settings. Automatically set the timeout interval is what is selected. Now this pertains to a page level. Basically, it will only OCR the page for 240 seconds before it skips and moves on to the next page. So if there are some words, like I said, if you have a large format drawing, you might want to change this to a higher amount of time just so that way it does not skip that page and move on to the next one. And then on the bottom, you'll see minimum word confidence. It is set to 0% by default, which means that the software will take its best guess at what that word is. If you change it to 80%, we will only output words that we are more than 80% sure we got correct. Next is output options. So here you'll see store data as. We give you an option of either line or words. If you'd like to store data in lines, you would define how many words you would like on each line. So that way when you're highlighting words on a document, they will highlight in groups of X amount of words, whatever you would like to define there. Below that, you have auxiliary data file output. This is a very commonly used feature of our product. I'm going to enable that by checking that checkbox. And these are the different formats we do support. The most common is a plain text file, and this gives you a copy of every word that we are able to OCR in that document. We also have common formats such as .doc and rich text format. Below that, you'll see we have the ability to merge those files, so should you have multiple pages and you would like them merged together, we can certainly do that. If you would like them split out, we can give you a separate text document for each page of the input file. And on the right-hand side, you'll see OCR confidence report. Basically what this gives you, I'll enable it, is either an XML, a text, or a CSV file that contains the confidence for every page, file, word, or character in that document. So we'll dive a little bit more deeper into this when it's generated as the output, but what this will show you is if we were 80% sure getting each word correct, and then also the positional information of that word. Some of our clients have written custom scripts to parse out that information and kind of give them a feel for how accurate the OCR is. And then the bottom, PDF accessibility. Adobe actually has a feature that, given the correct data, it will read back to you the information that is contained within that PDF. So that is what the tag output files that contain OCR data is for. Once that is all set, simply hit Run Job, and it should take a few seconds to OCR. Like I said, ballpark for accurate or fast is anywhere between 3 to 6 seconds per page. OCR of color documents does take significant more time than the OCR of black and white files. That is one thing to keep in mind also as you're testing the product. So my files have completed. Looks like they took about 14 seconds. So I'll actually pop open this business week. We'll kind of focus on this one. If I hit Control A, again, the document is fully OCR'd. As you can see, all the text is highlighted. If I hit Control F to find something, let's find the word Intel. I'll hit Enter, and you can see in that first line it actually highlights it as it skips through the document. So that's your basic compressed OCR PDF that's ready to go into your archiving solution or your indexing solution. Next, you will take a look at the text file. So as I said, I generated an auxiliary text file. This has all the text from that page. As you can see, it defines the page as page 1. and then it's a straight copy of all the text that we were able to OCR from that page. Now we'll take a look at the confidence file. If I open it up, this happens to be in XML format. Let me go up to the top here. You'll see that it shows how many pages were in the document, happens to be 1, how many words were on that page, how many characters were on that page, the total confidence that we received, so we're 93% sure that we OCR'd that page correctly. Shows you other things about the document as far as the height and width, and also the DPI. Now let's just skip down here. We'll go find a random word. We'll take this word after. If you look at the confidence, we're 92% sure that we got that word after correct. And then this is the positional information of that word. So if you were to draw a box around that word after, those would be the coordinates to lead you to that box. Like I said, some of our clients have written custom applications to parse this data to help them decide what the next step is with the document. Whether or not they want to re-OCR it using our super accurate mode, or if they would like to just pass it on through to their end point. And thank you for listening. That wraps up our in-depth overview of our optical character recognition process.